With forest fires raging, you might be thinking more about air quality and what to do when it gets smoky. But how do we know if the air quality is bad, and what can you do to protect yourself? First off, air pollution is measured a few different ways. The Air Quality Index measures the amount of stuff that's bad for you to breathe in. There are different kinds of stuff, but the most relevant here is particulate matter, tiny, even microscopic pollutants that float in the air. The smaller the stuff, the more dangerous it is because it can go deep into your lungs, even into your bloodstream. The Air Quality Index, that number represents the amount of particulate matter less than 2.5 micrometers in size. That's 1/1,000,000th of a meter. Measured in micrograms, 1/1,000,000th of a gram per cubic meter of air. You don't need to remember that. What you do need to remember is this. Basically, 0 to 50 means good, 50 to 150 means not good, and over 150 means bad. In Montreal on the Saint Jean long weekend, when it looked super hazy and a bit apocalyptic, the air quality index was over 200. There's also the Air Quality Health Index, which is used by Environment Canada. Instead of a complex math equation, it simplifies everything to a scale of 1 to 10 plus, which represents the level of risk to your health. It factors in particulate matter, but also other dangerous things in the air like ozone and nitrogen dioxide. All of those can be found, by the way, in forest fire smoke. So now you're asking, what should I do with those index levels? Here's what the experts say. If index levels are somewhere in the middle, people who are particularly vulnerable, people with asthma, the elderly, young children, should take precautions. If levels are in the upper third, everybody should. That's why things like the Mont Tremblant Ironman competition and Montreal's outdoor rec sites were shut down when public health warned we'd entered a very high risk period. In general, very high risk means avoiding exercise or strenuous activity outdoors. Staying indoors and keeping your windows closed is even better. When there are smog warnings in place, it's one of the few times that the air outdoors is actually filled with more harmful stuff than the air indoors. If you're worried about your indoor air, get an air purifier with a good filter like a HEPA filter. Air conditioners, at least if it's central AC, also have filters, but window air conditioners don't help the same way. If you do choose to go outside, coughing and throat irritation are symptoms to watch out for. Wearing a mask like an N95 doesn't hurt. It will filter out the harmful particles in the air. Ultimately, if the air is bad from, say, forest fire smoke, you'll know it because you'll smell it and you'll see it. If it looks something like this and smells like a campfire, it might be best to stay indoors. Or at least maybe skip that bike ride.